So I'm going to be making a video on paper mache and finishing a cardboard project today. To do that, I need a cardboard project, and in all honesty, I'm kind of not interested in finishing off any of the cardboard projects I have laying around. So I'm going to make a brand new cardboard rocking chair, brand new to me anyway, and work on that and try to get this together in just a few hours so I can then make a video on paper mache. So enjoy me planning out a cardboard chair for a little while. So I have a general first shape kind of going down. So I'm going to cut this out, and then I'm going to start working through my material and see how much I actually have to see how many of these I can actually make. And I'm going to laminate quite a few of these together. I think each side is going to be at least 4 of these. So quite a bit of cutting. So that's going to be at least 8 that I'm going to need, probably more than that. Okay, so I'm going to be making up some paper mache right now to go over all my edges to create something that's nice and hard. Once I paper mache all this, I can actually start puttying up around it and actually start sanding the surface as well. Paper mache is pretty simple. It's typically kind of like a kid's craft, so the recipe isn't very complicated. You can either use water and flour, just regular all-purpose flour, and that's 1 part water and 1 part flour, so you can mix it by volume. So all you have to do is fill up a cup with flour, fill up a cup with water, mix it together, use that. I'm going to use glue because I think it dries a little bit harder, and this is a 2-to-1 with glue. So you can use pretty much whatever glue you have available. So you can use white glue, and you can use something like wood glue or hobby glue, or like my Titebond over there. Let's see, I'm almost out of this glue. I'll see how this goes. And you are moving very slowly. Maybe I'll switch over to wood glue. That's classic. This is fresh and will pour much quicker. So I'm going to need quite a bit of this. So I just picked one of my lines on a cup, disposable cup like this. I'm going to be needing quite a bit to go over my entire chair. The other thing besides the glue mixture that you're going to need is you're going to want a paper to strip to go over top of this, and you want something that's going to absorb water relatively quickly, that's going to be somewhat fibrous, that you can rip or cut or shred into strips. That's the easiest way to go about it. If you're doing all recycled stuff at this point, then why not stay with recycled material? So I'm using a bunch of paper that comes in boxes for like packaging. So this is old packaging paper. So I'm going to rip this into shreds, and you dip this into my glue mixture to make my paper mache. Just like most of the time with most things, if you want it to set up faster using, well, you don't want it to sit up here, obviously. You just want to thin it out here. But once you put it on there, if you're using hot water, of course it's going to cool down pretty quick, but it does make it set up a little bit faster. Especially if you're doing with flour, it makes it so much easier to work with if you're doing flour in this. Alright, so now I have a nice thin glue mixture, and just to save myself some cleanup time here later, I'm going to go put on some gloves and start dipping some paper. So what I typically like to do is soak my strips for the paper mache for a little while. Not for a long time, but just a few seconds. Especially something that's thicker like this. So I have a papier-mâché chair, all papier-mâchéed. Pretty simple. Small strips, wrap it around, smooth it out. Now it's a matter of puttying. You could putty it up with either papier-mâché clay or something along the line of spackling or rock hard putty. That's a personal favorite of mine. That dries extremely hard. There may be too much flex underneath some of the cardboard for the rock hard putty though. But yeah, a little bit of drying, then it'll be ready for puttying.